Happening right now, disgraced music mogul Diddy Combs sits inside a New York City courtroom to hear his sentence following 2 months of bombshell testimonies against him. Combs was on trial earlier this year for a number of federal criminal charges. The jury found him guilty of the lesser charges in that trial. He will be sentenced today for 2 counts of transportation to engage in prostitution. He was found not guilty on 1 count of racketeering and 2 counts of sex trafficking. There's a live look outside the courthouse right now. We expect that sentence to come down very soon. Combs already made a last-minute plea for mercy ahead of today's hearing by submitting a 4-page letter asking the judge for leniency. CBS News senior coordinating producer for the Crime and Public Safety Unit, Anna Schecter, joins me now. Anna, thank you so much for your time today. We know there are no cameras in the courtroom, but can you walk us through what is happening right now and what is at stake for Combs?
Well, sure, a lot is at stake. This is the day that it is up to the judge to determine how much time he serves. Now, his defense team has asked for no more than 14 months. So that would, if the judge goes along with that, see him walking out, essentially out of jail next month. But the prosecution has asked for 11 years, more than 11 years. So you see this great discrepancy between what the government is asking the judge to do and what Combs' legal defense team wants. Take into consideration, Combs himself has submitted the letter, you just mentioned that, asking for leniency from the judge. His mother has also submitted a letter. His team wants to have his children speak in court today. That's in negotiation right now. The judge is deciding exactly how this is going to play out. It appears that one of the victims who was going to speak is now no longer going to speak today in court, so that could change how today plays out in court. But no matter what, by the end of the day, we expect to hear the sentence coming down from the judge, the very same judge that presided over that 2-week trial that we covered, in which he was acquitted on the more serious charges, but was convicted on these 2 prostitution-related charges. Mugo.
Yeah, Anna, earlier today, CBS News obtained a copy of the video that Combs intends to play for the judge. We want to show you some of that footage right now. Now, this video was filed by Combs' legal team. We should be getting to that video shortly. The documentary-style video is a montage of home video showing Combs' family and some of his past charity work. And as we mentioned, Combs has already asked for leniency from the judge. We're seeing that video playing out on your screen right now. So, Anna, I guess the question here is, what's the goal for Combs? And just how much does a video like this affect sentencing?
Well, this was a big play by the defense team. They're going out on a bit of a limb here. What they want to do is portray Combs as a family man, as a contributor to the community, giving to charities and the like. You see him interacting with his family out in the community, raising awareness for causes that are important to him. So what they're trying to do is show this other side of Combs, which is in stark contrast to what the prosecution laid out for the jury and also for members of the public who saw somebody who wanted to maintain control of people, moving them around, essentially forcing them into sexual acts against their will. And so this video is really in stark contrast to that. What they are hoping, what his legal defense team hopes to do, is to change the hearts and minds of the public watching this to have a different perception, but also to influence the judge. So that is a bit of a gamble. It's unclear how the judge is going to react to them putting out this highly produced video that you're seeing on screen. So, like I said before, it remains to be seen. This is all up to the judge right now. The jury has already spoken. He was convicted on these 2 prostitution-related charges. Now it's up to the judge to decide how long he spends in prison? Is it going to be that 11 years that prosecution asked for? Is it going to be just another month like what his defense team is suggesting? Or is it going to be something totally different? It's really up to the judge. The 2 prostitution charges that he was convicted on could carry 10 years in prison each. So it's really a big range. I suppose the judge could even decide that he could walk out tomorrow. So a lot is at stake here, and his defense team really put a lot out on the line releasing this video. We'll see if it had the desired effect that his defense team wanted.
And let's talk about his ex-girlfriend, Cassie Ventura. We obviously know she was a key witness in the entire trial, and she asked the judge to deliver a sentence that reflects her, quote, experience as a victim. She says she fears for her life if he is released. So do victims have any options here? Do they have any say in this?
Well, it's a great question. There are nonprofit organizations that provide support for victims of domestic violence, domestic abuse, and it's likely an organization like that would potentially have to be the ones to step in and help, because for her, you know, she can go to the police and say she feels unsafe and try to get a support system around her. But there are some support groups that can help with that. And then if a person has means, I suppose she could herself step up security. That is very expensive for an individual to cover. So this is really an issue that society is grappling with. Domestic violence is an issue that is widespread. Between 500,000 and 1 million people in America every year report being a victim of domestic violence. So, you know, that's a lot of people. So there are groups that do help them, but she's in a tricky spot because she's so publicly participated in this trial, and she's scared about retribution, according to that letter. So she's got to be sitting at home and watching this as well, she and other victims who have spoken up.
All right, Anna Schecter, we'll see you throughout the show today. Thank you so much for your time.